Internal link building is one of the most underutilized SEO techniques, and that is despite the fact that Google themselves say that the number of internal links pointing to a page signal to search engines the relative importance of that page. Well, that's what the guidelines used to say. They removed that unusually specific advice, but you can hit my internal linking article. There's a link to it in archive.org. But basically what they're saying is that if a page has 100 internal links, it's more important than a page that has 10 internal links, right? On top of that, they went on to say that the context we pick up from internal linking is really important to us, with the kind of anchor text that's used and the text that's around links. That's really important to Google. So, how do you know if you have a good internal linking structure? Well, for that we can use Google Search Console. Come to the left, come to the report links. On the right hand side you'll see the internal links report, and this gives you a list of the top linked pages. The pages with the most internal links at the top, the pages with the least internal links at the bottom. Now, if I was to ask you to write down a list of your 5 or 10 most important pages in terms of revenue drivers, you would expect, based on what Google tells us about the importance of internal links, that those 5 or 10 pages would rank highly in this list. If they don't, you've got a problem. Essentially, what this report should reflect is the most important page at the top and the least important pages at the bottom. So spend some time reviewing that using the computer between your ears and see how your current setup aligns. Now, if we look here, we will see the FAQ page has three times more internal links than any other page. Right now, we're telling Google by far the most important page on this site, on the furniture market, is the FAQ page, which is a lie. The owner gave me a list of the most important pages in terms of driving revenue, and it's none of these pages in the top here, right? So this is a big problem. Also, diving into the FAQ section here, we can see there's actually internal links coming from a dev site. And if we follow the link to this dev site, it's now dead, but Google are still including this in their index. So what actually needs to happen is this site needs to be recreated, added to Google Search Console, then they need to come to the URL removal tool under that dev2.thefurnituremarket.com and process a global removal to help accelerate that problem. But here you can see, do I have internal linking problems, right? So let's explore that a little bit. Here you'll see a category page, pretty typical e-commerce category page, and here they are using internal links. They're hard to see. They should change that because that's deceptive in my opinion. They should change the font color here to make it easier, but they are using internal links and they are making good use of exact match anchor text. Exact match anchor text you can use to nearly 100% here. When you're doing internal linking, you don't get a penalty for that, and that's actually a very strong way of building internal links. So this category page is great, but this category page does not use any internal links whatsoever, despite there being multiple opportunities to add internal links. They're not doing that in all of their category pages. So if you're running an e-commerce store, a blog, an affiliate site, and you've got category pages, and those category pages you're not making use of contextual internal links within text, you are leaving a lot of search traffic behind. On top of that, they have a lot of blog content like this, right? And despite having a lot of blog content, there's no internal links here. Not a single internal link to any product, any category, or anything like that. We're totally underutilizing the content that they've published. We're not extracting as much SEO value as we can from this because we are not using internal link building. Or for example, they have this page. They need to go through and work on formatting and make things tidying up, but right here you'd expect an internal link to oak furniture somewhere here. It's literally talking about markings in oak furniture, yet there isn't a single internal link here. Again, look here on this Cheshire Oak page, they're just not making uses of internal links despite this page being completely relevant to here. This markings in oak furniture should be internally linking to this page, but it's not. So how do we go about cleaning up our internal link profile? There's two ways that we can do it that's really easy. The first one is with Screaming Frog, and with Screaming Frog what we're looking to do is optimize our existing internal links. So what do I mean by that? Well, you can do a search for a page up here. Let's find the oak furniture page specifically here, and if you come down to the bottom here, there's the In Links tab. This is a list of all the internal links pointing to this page. So we can actually come and sort these by anchor text, and we can see this is our target page linking to itself, probably a subcategory, oak furniture, office furniture. But then we can see that almost every other page on the blog here, on the site, is linking with the exact match anchor text of oak furniture. Nearly all of them. I'd say 98% of the internal links are using an exact match anchor text of oak furniture. That is what we want to see. So take your 5 or 10 most important pages, do this exercise, see what the current internal links are, and update all of the anchor text so that they're as close to exact match to your target keyword as possible. So that's how you optimize existing anchor text. Well, what about when we want to add new internal links? Well, adding new internal links is easy. All we need to do is use the cite command, cite thefurnituremarket.co.uk. We're going to put oak in there, and these are all the pages that Google thinks are the most important in terms of oak. So that means we can go through each of these and we can open them, and oh, wrong one. That is our target page. We can open them and then look, oh, here's an article all about oak furniture, does not internal link to our target most important page. So for each of your most important 5 to 10 pages, you can do this search, add a relevant term here, and then go through and add your internal links to all of the pages that need it, where relevant, and using exact match anchor text. So we know that internal linking is important. We know that pages with more internal links are considered more important than pages with less internal links. Go and make a list of your most important pages, and then go and see how that list compares to the top linked internal pages report here. If there's a big difference, you need to close that gap by either possibly removing internal links from some pages. Like in this case with FAQs, we need to remove the amount of internal links. Then we want to optimize the existing internal links and their anchor text, and then look for opportunities to add new internal links until eventually this report comes as close to our list of top 5 or 10 pages as possible.